Hello, Dory Class here. So I wanted to share with you my 5 guiding principles, and today is guiding principle number 1. Putting relationships first, beginning with the one with yourself, and then with source or your higher power or God or nature or whatever it is you call that is something bigger than you, perhaps, right? But first and foremost, this principle is about putting yourself first. This is like healthy selfish, really important. This is, when you're on that airplane and they tell you to put your own mask on first before a child that's traveling with you, because you're of no use to them if you're not functioning, if you're not breathing, if you're not solid in yourself, if you're not centered, if you're not grounded. So putting your relationship with yourself first is important. Most of the people I know, and a lot of the people who hire me as their coach, for example, are really in a relationship crisis. They don't always know it, but what I've learned is people who are high achievers, servant leaders, seasoned, successful professionals who really care about the people in their lives that they work with, that they live with, that they love, tend often to trade themselves off. They put themselves last. And that's an issue. So our work together is in part to help them get comfortable, not only putting themselves first, but to even begin putting themselves back in the equation at all. Inevitably, they tend to be who falls off the list first when so much else is going on. But at midlife, and when we're in a midlife awakening, we have to change the order. We have to put ourselves back in the equation and put ourselves first. And paradoxically, that enables us to, slow down, to speed up, and be of better service to the people around us in a more mindful way. So putting relationships first is really essential. And as part of that, I talk about the conversation is the relationship, and having the whole conversation with ourselves, with source, with one another is vital and vitalizing. That means instead of labeling something as negative, for example, or instead of being hard on ourselves for having a pity party. Like when I found out my knee surgery, my total knee replacement surgery was being moved and delayed, I gave myself permission for a day to be disappointed, to feel sad about that, to feel frustrated. And then, the enthusiasm came back, the preparedness came back, the excitement, or, I don't know if I'm excited about having total knee replacement surgery, but I am eager to have it. I am eager to get to what's possible into and through it and on the other side. And so that comes back, but we have to give ourselves permission, right, to hold the this and the that, the balance, the sadness with the excitement, the fear with the love and the possibility and the joy. And that's also part of this. When we put ourselves back in the equation, and ideally first, we're also saying yes to the other. And we're saying yes to showing up as we intend for and with those in our lives. And all of that matters a lot. So that's the first guiding principle. Put yourself back in the equation, and ideally put yourself first. And the actual principle is put relationships first, beginning with the one with yourself. I promise you, if you're not doing that, you are in a relationship crisis, whether you're conscious of that or not. And it will show up in ways you don't expect and don't want. And so make this important. Put relationships first, beginning with the one with yourself.